Joining us now with our first read on politics, NBC News political director Chucky T. Chuck Todd joins us now. Hi, Chuck. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. That's all right.
It's catching.
You've let Joe
Hillary
get to
Clinton Yeah, well, once in a while I do, and then I get him back. Chuck, Hillary Clinton campaigning in Massachusetts today, Patriots territory. Does she have to be very careful to walk a fine line here and not rub it in?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think the big talking point, yesterday we noted how Mitt Romney apparently sent a good luck email to Tom Brady. At least Romney bragged about that. I wonder how many candidates are going to bring that up when they're in Boston today as a way to sort of needle Romney, that maybe he was a little bit of a jinx for Mr. Brady.
Yeah, that reminds me of Richard Nixon in 1972, I think it was, predicting a Redskins victory over the Dolphins. Didn't work out that way.
Did he call the play, too?
Right, he called the play, and I think there's like a 14-yard loss and a fumble, which, of course, is what they call in literary terms a foreshadowing of the Watergate break-in and the collapse of his presidency. Let's talk about California. Obama thinks it's in play. Had Oprah, Stevie Wonder, Maria Shriver campaigning with his wife yesterday. Could Obama actually overtake Clinton in California?
Boy, it's interesting, what a difference 48 hours makes. 48 hours ago, it was all about, can Obama get close to Clinton in California? Is he going to get close enough where they divide the delegates pretty much right in half, about 160, 65 for each of them, which frankly looks like that's already done. So now the question is, who's going to come out on top? And this is a case where I feel like Obama's let expectations get out of control. The Maria Shriver endorsement yesterday, you see it looks like a bandwagon effect. And yet, let's not forget, a lot of the California vote is already in. There was a bunch of early voting. Clinton worked that hard. I mean, we saw this in even the Florida exit poll where Obama did better among voters making a decision in the last 3 days. Clinton did well with folks that made their decision, a month out. Well, if they did their homework when it came to getting that early vote in, I wonder if that's what makes the difference. In fact, I'm going to be curious to see if Obama wins Election Day voters, but Clinton wins the early vote, and that ends up being the difference for her.
That's really astute. That's very possible. Both Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama are talking about what the general election would be like if they are the nominee facing the Republicans. Here's a look at some clips of that.
People have been after me on the Republican side for 16 years. Much to their dismay, they haven't gotten me, and I think that says a lot about my ability to run a winning campaign against whomever the Republicans nominate.
I don't think there's any doubt that the Republicans consider her a polarizing figure. The tone that I take, the ability to disagree without being disagreeable, the willingness to listen to Republicans about some of their ideas, even though I may not agree with all of them, I think that creates a different climate.
So, Chuck, how will those very different philosophies play with Democrats on Super Tuesday, do you think?
Well, look, rank-and-file Democrats, they don't like that Obama tone. They want a little more fight. They sit there and say, you know what, we can't sit there. Why should we cooperate with them when they don't cooperate with us? Sort of that fighting. And I think a lot of Democrats sit there and they like that Clinton message, and they sit and that's what they want. Of course, Obama is trying to appeal to independents as well as younger Democrats. Younger Democrats, they're a little burned out on the partisan warfare, and they like that message. And obviously Obama's trying to bring in some independents, do well with independents in a lot of these states in order to make up some ground, because he seems to lose to some of the hardcore working class Democrats. So I think I think it splits the party right down the middle when it comes to that. That said, what's going to happen post-Super Tuesday is I think these national polls and the matchups between Clinton and McCain and Obama and McCain will start having an effect on the perceptions of Democratic primary voters going forward. And so who comes out with momentum and on February 5th in these national polls, will Obama still have a lead over McCain and McCain still have the lead over Clinton? Or if she does a little bit better on Tuesday, will she start performing better against McCain than Obama does against McCain? I think that could have an effect on voters in Virginia on February 12th, voters in Wisconsin on February 19th. Two states, Democrats who know that they could be swing states come the general.
Now, hey, Chuck, let's talk about the Republican side. It's fascinating what's going on here. Anybody that is plugged into the Republican Party understands that conservatives, a lot of the movement conservatives, a lot of the Reagan conservatives, a lot of the 94 Republicans are all breaking in the same direction right now to Mitt Romney because they are desperate not to have John McCain win the primary process. But you look at the national polls, and it shows that McCain is really starting to distance himself from Romney. And yet, Romney thinks he may be able to pull off an upset in California. He's flying there again tomorrow. What are you looking for tomorrow for a possible Mitt Romney win? Anything that will stop Tuesday from being John McCain's coronation, which it could very well be.
I think it begins and ends in California. I mean, I think, look, when you look at the fact that it's a Republicans-only state, this is a good opportunity for Romney. Now, delegate-wise, they're probably going to split the delegates somewhere 60-40, probably in McCain's favor, but maybe not. I mean, Romney might be able to target in some of the more, the central part of the state, do a little bit better, overperform there, overperform in the more conservative Southern California areas, particularly in San Diego County and Orange County. But Romney needs, if he could get a popular plurality vote victory over McCain, then I think in California, then I think that would be his way of stopping it. But I'll tell you, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck, thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
You got it, guys.